Hello, ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to Emerald County today. Well, today we're over here by Emerald City, where everything is disappearing because I've decided to de-zone all of this space. The reason being that, for one, I may have forgotten to turn on Demand Master again, as I tend to do. And number two, as you may have spotted, I got rid of all of the temporary stuff that we had in this space. The reason I have got rid of all of the temporary stuff that we had in this space is actually quite simple. Basically, I, for one, am going to extend this section of road here by about 10 units, and by about 10 units on that side as well. Flip that one around, and I'm going to put, let's see, what do we go for? We're going to go for this. I guess it looks... Oh, it's actually going to be mirrored as well. That's going to be interesting. Basically, we're going to do this. We're going to... Wait, is it that one we want to go? Yeah, it is that one. Boom. We're doing that. Basically, big ol' interchange in the city that will let traffic get about much, much easier. As for this side, what I'm going to do is go for a similar tactic where we go for 12 meters and down. We go 12 meters and down. We want to flip this one around, turn them both into 3-lane highways, please. Just because it makes it easier. There we go. And we're going to do a similar thing on this side, using, I guess, this one, because it's all kind of fancy. I'm going to turn it that way, because I actually kind of like the idea that we might have an industrial zone out in this space, so giving it its own connection would be a really good idea. That said, maybe turning it that way and going a little bit further with it would be a better idea. Let's try that. Let's just try going, say, 20 units and 20 units. Flip that one and upgrade both of them. There we go. So now putting this in should be, yeah, very interesting indeed. So putting that there gives us some pretty good connections. Putting it there also gives us some good connections. Oh, that's tempting. That does give us... It doesn't really connect us to this bit of the city up here, though. Maybe this would... Well, that's got tunnels. We can't do that. This one... I mean, this one does technically connect everywhere, but could end up being a nightmare. I also think this one bugs out a little bit, so maybe not. This is a little bit much for my liking. The city's not going to be that big, and this is about the size of that district. So perhaps not that one. This is alright, but again, doesn't really give us a connection up there. I think we'll just go for... I mean, we could go for another one of these. But I think I'll just go for this facing that way. So we do have some connections to the upper part of the city. There we go. So basically, like I said, this is going to give us a bunch more ways in and out of the city, and that's something that's going to be quite important to have. So what I think I'm going to do for all of this is sort of reconnect some of these roads and figure out good ways to actually have highway connections in and around this space in the city. There's not going to be any up here. You're going to have to drive through the city to get to these spaces. But, I mean, we saw the traffic. You can even see the remnants of a lot of the traffic jams here. There were a lot of traffic problems, and they need to be fixed. And this will do it. I've tested this just a little bit to see if this does actually fix the traffic issues. And it does. So I'm excited to see what we can do here. Okay, so thus far, this is probably gonna look like a complete mess, but what's going on is traffic can come in here and branch off onto this roundabout or over to this road, which sort of both lead to similar places. If you go to the roundabout, you can head into what's going to be an industrial area. You can also get out of the city via the roundabout. Alternatively, you can go to this road over here, which, you know, connects to all of this and will let you go to multiple places as well. Before I run the simulation, though, I do want to find a way to connect this city exit here and these roads around here as well, just to get traffic flowing to as many different places in as many different ways as I possibly can. Because, as we all know, City Skylines traffic can be a bit mental. So, we're going to figure this out before we connect everything else up. Alright, so more connections are in. It, again, may look like a bit of a mess. We've got a new roundabout here, which has an exit for the city. This can also be used to cross the city if you so desire. Say you go from, you know, you get to this roundabout, you go up here, you can technically just cross the entire city using that little section. I'd be curious to see what people will do with that. We also have this up here, which is basically another way out. What you can do with this is come along this way, you can go up onto that and around, or up that way and around, and traffic actually cannot cross this road. So if this one is left turn only, these guys can't turn right, and that's generally the way that's going to work. So what I'll do now is I'm just going to run the simulation and see what happens, really. I'm very curious to see how traffic handles all of this. Immediately there is going to be quite a bit of traffic, but we should eventually see it branch out a little bit. And even with a lot of traffic, it is branching out quite nicely there, which is really surprising to see. There's someone going to the roundabout, which I will actually want to speed up a little bit, I think. That roundabout's going to be at the default speed limit currently. We're going to want to change that to make it a little bit faster. I can't remember what the default speed limit is. Is it 30 or 40? It is 40. We're going to go 50 on that. We'll go 60, actually. And we'll do the same on this. Even though I don't think the avenues are 60, I reckon having 60 miles per hour on the roundabouts is probably a good idea. And there you go. You can see people actually leaving the city via that roundabout. That's probably going to cause some issues eventually, because these guys actually have to cross over those two lanes. So anyone coming from here is going to be cut off a little bit. But I think we'll be all right. There is actually a lot of traffic using that road there, which has me a little bit concerned, if anything. Yeah, that could cause some problems, but traffic does seem to be doing okay. Now, this road here wasn't necessarily intended to be a main road, but I realize it is absolutely going to be one. Most traffic on this road is going to be wanting to go straight on rather than left, so that might be something to figure out. We'll get to that. Okay, this road's been upgraded just a little bit to a 4-lane road. It's still a small one, but it will certainly do a better job than the standard 2-lane road that we did have there. Is any traffic using this? It doesn't look like it. No traffic's using that to get out of the city right now, which is, I suppose, fine by me. Now, what I'm thinking is it might be worth bringing this, turning this into a set of, into a 2-lane road, and having a connection go that way and one go up and around. So this all just sort of connects in a really weird way to, this, section of road up here. I'm just figuring that could work, just really because, hold on a minute, if I do this, so that's kind of the midpoint. I'd want a connection there and there. Yeah, that should work. Okay. Basically, I'm just thinking we could probably make this, have a couple of fairly nice connections. So, this one can go, let's get the angle right. I'm probably not going to be able to get the angle right anymore. So 160 is the angle we're looking for. Can I get 160? I can. So let's go down to about 160 degrees for, what's that, 10 units? That's fine. So 10 units, 160 degrees. Can I turn this that way and connect it to there. Technically, yes. That doesn't necessarily mean I want this road to look like that. No, I don't think I want that road to look like that. That's probably not the best idea. Maybe just going straight on with it would be an idea. Yeah, funnily enough, that was the simple solution's the one that kind of works better. Alright, so we'll do that, and then just connect it to, No. No. I want this to look alright. It needs to look kind of decent. So it needs to sort of go like that, and then sort of there. Can I make that happen if I go like that and that? I guess technically, yes. So let's see. Now that would connect to there kind of nicely. Let's go 10. And then can I curve that around? Is the real question, because if I can... That's better. Okay, I think I'll allow that. Let's just get traffic plus plus to work here. So I'm going to need to change this a little bit. So you can only go straight on, which is fine. You can only turn left, and these guys here can only go left. So that's alright. Then this one's going to have to go around and connect to there, which is going to be much, much easier. So we'll just first off upgrade that. Then go straight across like so. Go to about there and curve this around like so. Then if I get 6, that's 9 units. I want 6 units and then a curve on, and then another 6 units. We can go like that. Then I should just be able to connect to there fairly nicely. Not the nicest connection we've got, but it'll do the job, I think. We'll just connect this to go left only. You can go straight on only, and you can go left only. There we go. So while that does look like a mess, we might see some traffic opt to use this to get to this part of the city. That's my hope, at least. There we go. We've got traffic coming along this road, swinging around there, cutting across, and going into the city. So that is getting some use as well. Everything over this way seems to be holding up, so I guess the last thing to do, well, not the last thing to do, but something I would like to do for this area is, first off, turn off zoning on you, because that is absolutely not supposed to be there. Turn off zoning on... I can't tell if it's on or off on that road. I assume off. That's fine. Turn it off there and turn it off there. And we'll also go ahead and turn off zoning just there and there and there. Alright, so what I want to do is add in all of this zoning once again. Just so I can see how traffic how the city in general performs with a massive influx of people. This is my thinking. If we can get this massive influx of people, and these roads still maintain themselves, we're pretty much in a position to expand the city. Not expand the city, but, you know, start working on the intricacies of the city and the details of the city and all that stuff. So far, so good, actually. There is a decent amount of traffic trying to flow into the city, as you can see. Some of it's branching off, it's getting to the roundabout, and it's going about its business. Some of it's coming down this way. There is even more traffic flowing in, as you can see. It's actually backing up a little bit there. But I think, generally speaking, this whole system is actually letting traffic flow about pretty well. Despite the fact they don't have electricity down here, people are definitely keen to get to the city. Now, this is where it's getting super, super busy, as you can see. All of these guys moving in, but again, not actually backing up. They are going where they need to go and getting there pretty well. So, for one, that's excellent news. It means that the city is pretty much ready for details and intricacies. So, I think the first thing I would like to do is something with these roundabouts. I kind of like the idea that we'd maybe put, like, parks in these. I think that could be kind of cool, with maybe a nice big statue or something in the middle. So, let's have a look and see if we can find ourselves a nice big statue to put in the middle of these roundabouts. I don't know that I have any, to be honest. A lot of custom assets. A lot of custom assets. but none that are statues. That I know of, anyway. Okay, so this is what we're looking at the moment. We've got a bunch of industrial zoning coming in here. We also have a bunch of recycling centers, including 2 large ones and 2 small ones there. We have our police station and our fire station there. We have a cargo train terminal there and a bunch of cargo things around it as well. And, of course, room for a train to come in and out there. So, basically, there is a lot going on here. It's that simple. There's a lot to do. I mean, this is about half of the main road network for this city done. And I mean, maybe half of it. There's all this space down here needs something. And then there's the detailed sections of the city as well. I want to work out what all these spaces are going to be. We might get sort of a central business district in and around here. Some houses, maybe this way. Another sort of central business district there. Then some tourism and some houses sort of along here and there. I think that could work. But for the meantime, what I will do is I'm going to come in here with some pipes and just complete... in fact, you know what? We're going to just go and completely cover this entire space so that we never have to worry about getting some plumbing into the city again. So if we just cover as much of this as we possibly can, we'll go like so. We'll bring this to there. This isn't actually the biggest space, and I like that. I reckon I can make this feel like a huge city without actually making the biggest city here, and I think playing around with the scale of things is going to be a really good and easy way to do that. Because if we make our towns like Castle Rock you know, as small as they are. Because some people have said, you know, Castle Rock's not all that small. It's kind of almost a city in and of itself. Like, it's not. It's not the smallest town I could make by any stretch of the imagination, but it's also not that big. And when we do have this full city in place, I mean, look at the size of that area compared to that area, you know? This is going to have a huge population. Castle Rock has a couple of thousand. So that's the difference you're going to notice. I'm also curious to see how traffic ends up flowing around here, because we do have some interesting things going on. These sort of bridge over each other. And what you get is this one comes around and they both merge into a national road, as you can see. And then it's the same on this side. So hopefully that will allow the industrial area to function pretty well. I honestly have no idea whether it will or will not, but I'm a little bit hopeful. What I'm also going to do is bring some power lines just around the edge of the city so that I can get some electricity to this space over here. Just so that the alert thing, the you know, we need electricity thing, stops flashing. So we'll connect you, and over here is going to be just as easy, so we'll go from there. We'll go up to 24 meters to get over the highway, and we'll go down to the regular height just there, bring it out around the back, and there we go. Alright, so that's a bit of an eyesore in the landscape at the moment, but electricity is now sorted for everything, which is kind of nice. We've got this area building up. We have some traffic moving about. We have some traffic U-turning as well, which it really shouldn't be doing there. Let's just fix that. There we go. And we'll fix it here as well to make sure that this guy is not U-turning either. Alright, so did you seriously just do that again? I don't know why so much traffic's coming into this area to simply U-turn. That's definitely interesting, is what that is. But I will say, it is really nice seeing, you know, all of these highways in here and all these intersections. I'm really curious to see how the industrial traffic deals with all of this, because this junction really is, it services the city here, but it also services the industrial space. So we could see a lot of traffic around here, but I reckon we'll probably be all right. Just fill in a little bit more of this space around here to just get a little bit more industrial traffic in there, just so we can see how the area handles it. Just fill in a bunch of space. Why not? There we go. So more industrial traffic. There's the traffic coming in. It seems to be doing all right, which is super good news. Yes, we have a level crossing there and another junction there, but I think that'll be okay. As long as I get a brilliant public transport system around this city, I think it'll be okay. So, ladies and gentlemen, I reckon I'm going to leave it there for today. I'm not quite sure how this episode's going to turn out, I'll be honest. There's a lot of stuff in here that's... Oh, there's the traffic. Alright, I take back what I said about this working really well. It is working well. It's just that the traffic is having problems with merging. Fortunately, it seems to be... Oh yeah, it's absolutely moving. There we go. That is much, much better. It's getting around there quite nicely. Yeah, so there was a bit of a tailback, but it seems to be clearing itself up remarkably quickly, actually, which I'm really impressed with. Also, have I got... Is that the right type of road there, or have I got that wrong? I feel like that isn't the type of road it should be. That should be a 4-lane road, but I'm not convinced that's a 4-lane highway. No, it isn't. There we go. That'll make things a little bit quicker. I hope. Those are... Oh, have I done this wrong? I feel like I might have. Let's see. So that goes that way. Maybe they should both be 2-lane. That might be an idea. I was about to wrap the episode up, but I feel like I might have done something wrong here. So if I do that, that can stay 3-lane. That can be that already is a 3-lane road. That's fine. This one needs to be 2 lanes as well. So that really should be 3 there. that can then sort of condense itself down to being 2 at that point. So that should be fine. Okay, so will that help traffic? I really don't know. I guess probably making that 4 lanes as well would be useful. I mean, it seems to be moving. It definitely seems to be moving. There's a lot of it. That's the problem. There is an awful lot of traffic. There we go. That didn't actually take all that long to clear up at all. The easy fix for it was actually just to have it be 4 lanes the whole way through there. Because you might remember, I reckon, that I had 4 lanes going down to 3 here, because technically one of the lanes branched off that way, but I've decided that just keeping it 4 lanes the whole way through, I mean, it works, so I'll put up with it. And as you can see, I mean, traffic is filtering out into the city really, really nicely. So like I was saying, I will leave it there for today. Again, possibly a little bit of a different episode to what we're used to. I didn't really do all that much stuff in terms of minuscule details like this, but I think what we did do looks pretty good. I know this road here is probably gonna annoy some people. It's not the best looking, this intersection as well, possibly. But I will work with these at some point. I will adjust them at some point once we start filling these spaces in. And we'll probably start filling these spaces in the next episode. So I guess what we can do is, if we look at it from here, we can see, you know, we have quite a few spaces. I like the idea that one of them could be a big central park. And it could be this one if we didn't have that road going through, because then we could have, like, pathways going from roundabout to roundabout. But I'm not sure. I mean, right now the roundabouts are working, which is great. That might just be because they're quite big. Although this one is already showing signs of breaking down a little bit. But hopefully I can keep them working. I reckon I can if I get a lot of good road connections in here and a lot of good public transport. But like I've been saying for the 3rd time, that is going to be it for today. So thank you kind of for watching. This has been Emerald County, and I will see you next time. Bye-bye!